and today we're going to make a platform pop-up card. So I handmade the envelope because this card could be a little bigger based on where I put my sentiment, but here's the platform pop-up. And it kind of locks in place like that. It's so cute. This is a lawn fawn die called Platform Pop-Up. And these are lawn fawn dies too, the little succulents. Except Friend is a birch press die. So here's how it looks, and here's how you can write your message on the back. And I'm going to show you how I made this. I have all the pieces cut out and organized in here. And we'll just take it step by step. Okie doke. So we've got the mechanism. Let's start with this first. First step is I already put double-sided adhesive on here. I like to use it for my platform pop-ups. Just a little better than liquid glue, but either would work. The die for the platform pop-up gives you these little score lines. So I'm folding and burnishing with my bone folder on the score lines. And Lawn Fawn has a tutorial. When they came out with this die set, they came out with a tutorial, and it was like, that looks like a lot of fun. And this is probably the interactive card that I make the most because it's so fun. This one already burnished. So you need to die cut 2 of these. So I'm folding them the same way. This is a paper from Stampin' Up. I think it's Daffodil Delight. I love that yellow color. This is just a nice, happy card you can send to anybody. And you could write on the bottom, push, so the recipient knows to push up here. But it was funny because I made one for my aunt and she said she just knew to push. Because I told her later, I said, oh, I forgot to write push. She goes, I just did it. I just knew. I was like, yay. These little T shapes, you die cut 3 of them. And I think I used a heavier white cardstock for that. You would do 3 of them, except I used this about a 3-inch circle, acetate circle, and it's going to take the place of the 3rd one of these because I wanted the sentiment friend to look like it's kind of floating there. Here's how we make the mechanism. Okay, so I take one of the T shapes and I'm going to, what am I going to do? Oh yeah. Okay, so I put the T shape in here, make sure it's nice and flush. We don't want a little space. We make sure it's nice and flush. And my adhesive is on that side. So I'm going to peel off my release paper. And I'm going to bring this up. So I'm folding on this first line here and I push down. Okay, then I peel off this release paper and it folds down and the whole thing folds up. Okay, ta-da! Now it makes this little box, and we do the same thing with this one. Make sure it's flush, and you can always pull it here to make sure it's flush. we have two that look the same. Move those out of the way. Now we're going to connect them. I line them up. I can use my grid mat. I don't want to get my head in the shot and fold it down. For our circle, and again, you could use another T shape and it would go right here. And we wouldn't even need adhesive if we did another T shape here. But because we've got this, we put some adhesive on here, and the circle is going to be sandwiched in. I'm just going to center it between this end and this end as best I can, making sure it doesn't hang over the bottom edge. If it did, I think it'd be okay, but or you can always trim it because it would just be sticking out there. Now peel up this so we can close it. I like to close it by turning it to the side. So I'm folding it in half here, and I'm going to line up this edge with this edge here. And it is sticky. So I really only have one shot. There we go. Phew. Then we've got some double-sided adhesive here. And we're going to tuck that in under. And now let's try it out. So we pop and push down. It works, it works. It's a little higher in the back, but that'll be okay. Perfectly fine. Now we get to make the fun things. Let's start with our sentiment. Again, I think these are Birch Press Sugar Script, I think it's called. I love this font. But it is a little delicate. There we go. I like my Nouveau glue. We're just going to dot some of it on the back. The liquid glue gives us a little wiggle room to place this on the backing. And a little white border all around. There we go. And then this can go here, or like I did here, I couldn't resist putting a heart, and then I put the little circle on the inside. I don't know, just kind of felt like doing that. Whoever gets the card will get an extra heart. I'm going to do the same thing on this one too. Now we'll set that aside. I've got some extra hearts I might use like I did there. Now it's time to make our little plants. This is Lawn Fawn gingham paper. Set that aside. And Lawn Fawn plants. The grass pieces have double-sided adhesive along the bottom, and these dies to cut the grass come with the platform pop-up dies. I'm just separating. These solid papers are Stampin' Up. Okay, here's how we put them together. And the black piece behind makes the face. Then the brown pieces make the dirt. But since we're going to tuck the plants in to the pot, we only want to put our glue at the top, like that. Then we can put our dirt, whoops, on top. Make sure it's not showing from the front. And it is, so I'm going to just trim it. Then put the cactus on here. We can tuck the cactus in like this. Whoa. There we go. And I could put any of these plants in this pot, but I'm choosing the cactus. I love these kind of plants because they don't die. I do not have a green thumb. I have 2 plants. Whoops. And I'm happy that they're still alive. These kind will always be. There we go. Let him dry. One thing I could do to create a little bit of depth would be to take out my inks or my alcohol markers and maybe ink along the edges, create some darker green or color something darker. But I think there's enough going on with this card that I'm not going to do that. Cool. Back to our pop-up. Alright, so I'm going to peel off this 1/8 of an inch release paper, and it's going to cover the tops of these white T-shapes. Wow, okay, that's stuck fast. I'm not sure where I'll put which plant. Haven't decided. I will decide at the end. Kind of the fun part. These two green pieces are on an angle and these two are straight up. So I think I'm going to put the angled ones on the front squares. And again, these shapes are cut out with the dies from the platform pop-up. So it has lots of pieces in it. And there's add-on pieces you can get too. They just came out with a white picket fence that you can put on your platform pop-up. So Lawn Fawn is fun like that. They come out with interactive dies, and then with each new release, or you know, with a couple releases, they'll put some add-ons. So you can always build onto your interactive dies, making them stretch and you get more out of them. I don't have any add-on pieces to this one. Not yet. And then where the gingham is more straight across, I'm putting those on the back. Okay, and I know what's front and back because this white part, that's the back. We don't want that to show, we just want the green. So now that I know this is front, we're going to glue our sentiment on. I'm going to look at this one because I don't want glue on the back of the F or the D. The bottom of the D is okay. All of the E is okay. So I'm looking at this to see where can I put my glue. And it's pretty much here. And with liquid glue on acetate, you get a little bit of time before it dries. And I can wiggle it to make sure. Oh, I like it. Right there, there's a little bit of the circle showing, and I'm making sure the scalloped edge and my edge of friend is straight across. Now I can press it down. Takes a little bit to dry. Usually I like to use double-sided tape when it comes to acetate, but kind of handy to use this because it gives you some wiggle room. Okay, now where do we want to put these? Someone's going in front and someone's going in the back. Oops. Okay, so I only want to put adhesive on the bottom part. And when we place it down, we just want to always make sure we don't have anything in the way of it closing. That wants to get in the way. Put in the comments if you have a green thumb, or if you're like me and you like plants that don't die, either crocheted or paper or silk. I would be curious to know. Then we've got some extra pieces. So just like I did here, I'm going to put a little heart. Oh, that one looks like it's cut funny. Ta-da! Yay! I'm not going to glue that down. I kind of like how that pops up. This guy needs to be glued down. And then again, you can put a little greeting, a little note on the back. And the recipient can have it up for decoration if they want, and it fits in an envelope. Again, I made this envelope out of paper so that it would fit. Ta-da! And that is our platform pop-up card. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. It helps my channel and it encourages me. Thanks again. Bye.